Okay, something horrific just happened. I don't even know if I should tell everyone that on a video. Alright, so today I'm in my home turf, Indian Valley Reservoir. I've been here multiple times and today is Wednesday, so midweek. Probably no people here, but it's 100 degrees right now. Right now it's 12:45, 100 degrees. I'm sure it's gonna go up. So anyway, I'm gonna just air down, and what I'm thinking of doing today is maybe, since no one is here, maybe go to a few camping spots and kind of see if I can grade the top N number of camping spots. I know which one I like, but maybe I'll find another one that I like. But anyway, for now, actually, wrong door. For now, I'm gonna just air down and continue on the trip. Alright, so I air down and I'm going up Walker Ridge. I can already see the reservoir. Looks so nice. It's such a dark blue water. It's very nice. But anyway, I'm going up Walker Ridge. I just got on Walker Ridge maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. No, less than that. A few miles. Air down. Now, if I continue on Walker Ridge, there's a fork that's coming on soon. If I continue straight or make a right on that fork, it'll take me to the north side of Indian Valley Reservoir. If I make a left on the fork, it'll take me to Indian Valley Campground. That's an organized campground with a bunch of facilities that are in campgrounds. Now, I've been coming here for, I would say, at least 12, 13, 14 years, and I only seen this camping ground open once or twice. Granted, I never went too many times over there, but since today I'm by myself, there's no rush, I'm just chilling, I'm gonna go check it out and just see how it is. I never got a chance to actually look into it, look at the camping sites, see if there's water access and so forth. So I'll do this today. If it's available and open, I'll go in and see. If the gate is closed, I'll just make a U-turn and continue north on Walker Ridge and see what else I can find in terms of camping spots. So this is one camping option if you don't care about being right by the water. Right here, this spot right off of Walker Ridge. Look, it's kind of secluded. There's a nice tree for shade. There's a fire ring, and the scenery is friggin' amazing. Look behind me. You see the scenery of the reservoir and the little mountains and trails. It's really nice. So again, if you don't care about being by the water, and especially on weekends, if you want to stay away from the crowds, this can be a really nice camping spot. See, I've been here at Indian Valley Reservoir, overlanding here for so many years. I don't even use a map. I know all the trails, know where to go. And every time I come here, I don't even know how many times I've been here, many. Every time I come here, I enjoy it. For one, it's only about 2 hours away from where I live on the East Bay. So roughly about 2 hours from the Bay Area. Tons and tons of trails. Literally, you look at the hills, every hill you see, there are 15 different trails going every each way. Some trails are more difficult. You can see in front of me, there are tall hills with trails. I can still go with the truck. Those are steep and rutted. You know, someone, that want to have fun can have plenty of fun here. Today I'm not going to do this. It's just kind of an easy 2 days. But you can see the scenery. Tons of mountain. Even now it's 96 degrees outside, and middle of the summer, still green bushes, so it still looks nice. And obviously you can see the reservoir itself when you ride on the ridge. And of course, if you want or can, park by the reservoir itself. A lot of areas around the reservoir are very shallow, which means that in a nice warm day like today, the water is like a bathtub, meaning you can go and swim, and it's nice and warm and enjoyable, which I may do today. Well, I will camp by the water. I may swim, most likely. Well, especially if my left hand will have an adult beverage. That would make the swim that much better. But we'll see. Too early to know yet. Anyway, I'm heading to that organized or real campground and see if it's open, see what's going on there. I'm definitely not staying there. I usually don't like to stay in campgrounds. The gate was open, so I'm assuming that the campground is open. Let's see, what does it say? No HOV past this point. Okay. It's called an Indian Valley Campground. And if you can see, there's the dam right here, which basically separates the reservoir from whatever is on the other side. I do see some people there. So there are shores or small beaches, and I see camping tables, some of those wooden camping tables right by the water. So there are nice spots here if you want to come and spend a few nights. I have no idea how it is on the weekend, how busy or not it is. I would guess that it's busy. It looks nice, actually. See a bunch of trees. I don't want to go over there because there are people there. I don't want to make dust for them. But looks like there are a bunch of camping tables, lots of trees. Almost every camping spot have a bunch of trees. Looks like there are bathrooms here, maybe even showers. But I don't know, if I was in the mood for a campground, I would come here. I guess maybe this is good for people that maybe, for example, have a spouse that doesn't like the camping and pooping in the woods and wiping with leaves. They can come here and they have bathrooms and everything, and they are close to the reservoir and to the water. I know that down here there's a boat launch ramp, and in prior years when the water was low, you couldn't even get to the water from here, but now it looks, oh wow. I remember when I used to go all the way down and it was dry. Now obviously there's water, so that's nice. So all in all, not a bad campground. I would say if you are into campground, that's a good option. So I just took the east side of the fork, which is basically Walker Ridge. So I came out of the camping ground, and then from the camping ground it's a left. If I was coming from where I was in the beginning, then it's a right. But anyway, I probably have, I don't remember exactly, maybe anywhere from half an hour to an hour until I get all the way to the north side of Indian Valley Reservoir, and then make a left and actually go down to the reservoir. So I'm taking it easy. There's no rush. It's about a little earlier than 2 p.m. now on Wednesday afternoon. I've seen a few vehicles, maybe 2-3 vehicles, but pretty much there's nobody here. It's kind of nice. I'm gonna stop at the obligatory spot of Antenna Hill. I don't remember what's the real name, I'll put it in the video, but I call it Antenna Hill. It's a nice spot. There's an antenna there and you can see the nice view. And I'm still going north on Walker Ridge. One thing that I notice is that, I mean, right now this stretch is fairly nice and smooth, but right before the trail is pretty chewed up. Nothing difficult. You don't need four-wheel drive. A minivan can go through it. It's just lots of small rocks and little ruts. And I guess in the winter the rain washes the dirt and the rocks stay. So you have to go like, I don't know, 3-5 miles an hour for some stretch to bypass those rough sections. I've heard people online saying that it's unpassable and very rough. Well, it depends what you like and what you're used to. Yeah, it's a little rough, but if you go a little slow, if you air down a little bit, my highway PSI is about 60. So when I go off-road, I air to about 30, 32, 33, which is, you know, it's a heavy vehicle, so I cannot go too low. And I don't like that belly that opens the door for sidewall puncture. But anyway, I air down to about 32 and I'm just inching along the trail, enjoying the view, going a little slow, but hey, no one is chasing me, at least not yet. All right, we are just about to pull into the antenna here. What is this? Oh, look at this, they gated it. Why? It was open for years. I mean, it's not like we're missing something, this is just it. But it was always nice to go park there right by the antenna, take some photos. Why the hell would they get it? Nobody camped here, nobody trashed the area. Wow. I guess whoever responsible for this area does not want anybody on that property, which is a shame. Again, it's not such a big loss because you wouldn't do anything there other than stop for a few minutes and take some photos. But still, it's feels like a little bit of a loss. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but there is something about driving on a ridge, seeing nice scenery, and seeing a beautiful body of water to one side. It has some serenity in it. Maybe I should be one of those YouTubers that uses AI to create scripts for me to describe how magical and how many unicorns and butterflies are around the trail every time I see this. I don't know. But if I do that, I'm gonna have to get a skirt and a bra, and it's just too much of an effort. I think I'm gonna stick with my own way of doing things. So I was going on, I am going on Walker Ridge, going north, and I'm just about to get to the intersection where if I make a left, I go to the Indian Valley Reservoir, going down the mountain to the water. And if I make a right, I get out to, I think eventually on Highway 20. And then I can take it to, and then you can take it to Interstate 5 and go where you need to go. But of course, I'm gonna make a left, go down to Indian Valley Reservoir. But anyway, you can see the left turn over there right in front of me or right ahead of me. There's a staging area here, meaning a large place if you need to come, park, take a little break, let the dog run, change diapers to the kids, whatever else people do. But I'm just gonna continue to go, make a left and head to the water, or to the water area. As you know, an overlanding trip is not an overlanding trip without at least one water crossing. Now, there are multiple places to cross water in Indian Valley, but what if for some reason I can't cross it? So just for that, just to make it official, I'm crossing water right here. And I don't want the National Overlanding Commissioner's Office to find me saying that I claim that this is an overlanding trip, but I didn't cross water. So, this is now an official overlanding trip. I crossed water. We are at the reservoir, actually almost a few hundred yards. It's fun. I am excited again. I've seen this reservoir, well, lots of times. I see there's a trail here. There used to be a trail, a little bit of a rough trail that goes around the, the east shore of the reservoir. Now, after the rain in the last few years, the reservoir level went up and everything got flooded, as it should. Now, I do see something because most folks will camp on the west side, especially on the weekends. Only people with a little bit of capable vehicles will be able to go to the east side here. And you know what? I think it's doable. I do see a little bit of a shore on the side there. Not too much to drive on, but a little bit of a trail, a little bit of a shore. I would recommend though, oh here. Yeah, I would, honestly, because the ground may be soft, so I would recommend if you do explore this little piece, just make sure that you have another person with another rig with you. I know people that got stuck on seemingly dry lake bed right here in Indian Valley, so I do not want to be one of those. It's 104 degrees. 104 degrees. If I get stuck in this heat and I have to do work, I might as well off myself and get it over with. But looking at the water level, it definitely 100% receded from when I was here. I think I was here last July, meaning a year ago. I think a year ago, maybe a little less. But water definitely receded. Still much better than what it used to be several years ago. But it did expose a little bit of a shore around the lake. Even this staging area right here in front of me, a year ago was flooded completely. So it looks like, again, I'm guesstimating that the water level went down by like, I don't know, 8 feet, who knows? Because again, this whole area to my left here, this whole staging area was underwater. So interesting. Yeah, the water definitely receded by a bunch. Again, this whole area was underwater a year ago. Look. On one hand, it's kind of cool because you can drive on a lake bed and it's fun and flat and a bunch of places to camp in the shade. On the other hand, you know, there's no water. Oh, there's less water. I don't know, as much as I want to go on a dry lake bed, I'm a bit hesitant to do it when I'm by myself because, again, if I hit a soft patch and I get stuck, I'm gonna have to wait until Saturday when people start coming here and somebody can help me get out. I may have to eat one of the dog's legs to survive. All right, I'm going to make a left here just to go down to the water line. It's a little steep, but I think I should be okay. Whoa, a little roller coastery. No, it's fine. Whoa. Anyway, go down, bunch of camping spots here. You can see lots of trees, lots of places to find shade. You see right there to the left in front of me, kind of a little bit of a area with bunch of trees and bushes. So definitely lots of places to camp. Based on what I remember and seen, on the weekends it's pretty packed. Unless it's like 90-100 degrees, then most people or many people won't come here. I actually like to come here in the heat because, you know, you have water, right? So it's hot. I many times just go into the water with everything, with my shirt, pants, the whole 9 yards. Then I go out and sit on a chair. Doesn't matter if it's 100 degrees outside. It feels like, after that, it feels like sitting in an air condition. Then you crack open an adult beverage and you proceed to lubricate. So anyway, I just it's been a while since I remember seeing it dry like this, at least a couple of years, maybe a little more. I forget which year was the big rains, but anyway, just monkeying around, seeing what's going on, seeing if there's any camping spot that catches my eye. I already know where I want to camp, but just in case, if I see something much better, then of course I'll take it. Another popular camping area. I used to camp, you'll see, right under the bridge. Now I don't know if it's flooded now or not, but it was completely dry with a little stream of water. And then a couple of years ago I came here and oh wow, and the water was all the way up to the bridge, maybe 6 feet from the bridge. Now it looks like again it's dry and you can go there and camp and whatever. You know, you see, it's good because you can camp right under the bridge and you have shade, which is nice. But I'm not gonna camp here today. I'm just coming to check it out. I'm gonna go check out the rest of this area here. This little cluster of camping spots, just, you know, to see. Now, the first time I was here, I would say at least 10 years ago, I still had the Xterra. First time I was here, we were actually able to cross the creek, completely cross it. Now, not only they blocked it, so they put a bunch of, you know, some of those thick, heavy-duty metal poles that prevent people from going through. I think it was here somewhere, or maybe a little further. Now, I don't know how deep or not the creek is, but well, we used to be able to cross it. I think you can cross it now as well. It doesn't look very deep. Now this one here is one of the very good spots, maybe one of the best ones, especially if you have a larger group. Not right here when I mean people camp right here where I am, but there's a couple of areas here and you can get to the creek and then you cross the creek. You can cross the creek from the other side as well, but you can cross it from here. Am I at the right place? I think so. You cross the creek and then there's a kind of a flat river rock type of an area that you can camp. And you know, there's, I mean, everybody knows the junk car or the rusted car that sits there in the water, but every weekend you'll see people camp there. So this is, again, especially if you have, let's say, families and you don't want the kids to take a chance and be in deep water. Here the creek is kind of a very mellow flow and very shallow, maybe less than a foot, maybe half a foot deep. Not this part of the creek, the other part. This one, I don't know, can I cross here? I think so. Okay, let's cross. And yeah, it's not deep at all. I don't even have four-wheel drive on. But anyway, you can come from here or you can come from the other side, which is how we're gonna go out. The other side is a bit more fun because it's a very wide creek. You actually drive in the water for, I don't know, 100 yards or so, maybe less, and go out on the other side. So again, another oh, you see the rusted car in front of me. And where's the water? I see the water up ahead, but the water's supposed to be... Oh, I see the water. Okay. Yeah. So I'll engage four-wheel drive now because I'm by myself, and some of you know what happened to me in one creek crossing. Oh wow, this is shit. This is a shame. You see, the water is kind of standing, so I guess. Oh wow, look at this. I've never seen that piece of land dry like this. Never ever. I don't understand why is it that low right now. But anyway, kind of fun driving in water, and then you can get out this side. But again, perfect camping spot, especially if you have a way to shade yourself, you have an awning. Perfect camping spot with kids and dogs and everybody else. And of course, some, you know what type of people leave garbage here, which I simply don't understand. How difficult it is to take out what you brought in. What kind of a low life you have to be to take such a beautiful area like this and leave your garbage behind. I would say if you would leave yourself or the garbage, I wouldn't be able to distinguish. You are as trash as the trash you leave behind. So now there's a spot here that, I mean, obviously some people know about it, but not many. And although I always put coordinates to everywhere I go, I feel a little bad or off putting coordinates to this spot because it's such a little gem. And I don't know, if you really want to come to this spot and you're okay with not just publicizing it everywhere. I know I'm going against my own principles, which is just share everything. Just that, you know, my heart ache a little bit because it's, look, there's nothing, there's no trash, or at least not trash that I can see. I'm sure that there is some, but it's such a nice little spot with almost like a swimming hole kind of a thing. And yeah, I see a little bit of trash, but not too much. This is perfect for, again, if you have kids and you just want to come and chill. Yeah, I see trash. Well, trash everywhere. So wherever I decide to camp today, I'll clean the trash. But yeah, that's another. Maybe I'll, once I edit the video, I'll break down and I'll actually add the coordinates. But again, another one of those gems that if people, I don't know, I don't get it. If people just be normal human beings and keep it clean, everybody can have so much fun in places like this. Anyway, I'm gonna go back up the hill here and get on the main trail. All right, so I'm going to make a right turn here into that spot that I like, that I camped last time. Right on the water, nice couple of big trees to camp under. So it's a very steep downhill, and of course when you come up, I would say you I would say you definitely need four-wheel drive to come up here. I don't know, maybe two-wheel drive if you really abuse it and really gun it, but don't do it if you have two-wheel drive and if you're by yourself. If you have somebody else that can pull you up, fine. But as you can see, it's very, very steep and a bit rutted, but it's a nice little area. I see some overlanders with their itty bitty blower This is a blower. Alright, it's about 4 o'clock now, a little earlier than 4. It's very windy, so I hope you can hear me. But I camped the truck under these pine trees, so it's nice and shaded. The water is really receded from the last time I was here. Last time I was here, the water was literally right here. But that's fine. I don't know if I'll swim, maybe a little later, because I'm probably gonna sweat between now and the time I go to bed. So I may take a little dip to refresh myself. And all in all, it's nice. It's scorching hot. So if you are one of those snowflakes that, hey, ghost! If you are one of those snowflakes that is bothered by heat, then maybe that's not the place for you when it's over 100 degrees. But other than that, very cool. Look at this. Look at this spot. Just take a little moment to appreciate. Look, the truck is right there. The water is right here. This is life. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know what's coming, right? If you were not, a little bit shame on you if you knew about it and you didn't watch, and shame on you even more if you watch and don't subscribe, and a bunch of other variation of shame on you. But you're here, so I'll give you credit for that. Not just because you're still watching the video, just because you're here, I'll give you some of my time and effort, and I'll run an experiment that will help you understand, is there a difference in drinking an ice cold beer at 80 degrees versus 104 degrees, which is what it is right now. So it's very hot. I'm sitting here in the shade and it's breezy and I feel like I'm sitting in an oven. But I do this so you don't have to, so you can sit at home in the air condition on your sofa eating potato chips, watching this video of me suffering for you. So let's do it. This is I'm not sure how surprised I will be, but we will see. Oops, what the hell? All right, so ice cold beer, 104 degrees. Is it better the hotter it is outside? Oh my freaking... You know what? I may not be able to continue the video. This is way better than I expected. Well, I'm sure you imagined. Oh, the only problem is I only brought 4 beers with me, but I have some whiskey. But I also have a watermelon and some canned peaches. I'm gonna have a ball here in this hot weather with those cold fruits and adult beverages. So, good stuff. Water behind me, a little bit of trash in front of me, which I will clean a little later when it's a little cooler here. But cheers. I know what you guys were thinking. What an a-hole, just does one experiment, doesn't test different conditions. So just for you, I'm gonna test one more time. This time, I'm literally risking my life sitting on this hammock that I didn't use for several years. Let's see if I'm gonna fall. But let's see if it makes any difference. Drinking another ice cold beer, sitting on a hammock that is tied to a tree and the truck on the other side. Oh man, I'm too freaking old for this. But anyway, let's give it a shot. It's pretty comfortable. All right, cheers. It's strange. This may be even better than the last one. Maybe because the hammock is more comfortable, and maybe, let's see if I can lay on it and just completely relax. Oh my god. Cheers. If you're at work now, well, it's Wednesday afternoon. This video gonna be published a little later, but if you were working on Wednesday afternoon, on I think it's 4th of July week, Wednesday afternoon, while I'm doing this, I feel sorry for you. Cheers again. Now it's a little windy, which is nice, so it's breezy, but it's still like probably about 90 something degrees now. But I'm gonna spoil myself a little bit. I have an ice cold mini watermelon in the fridge. I'm gonna get it, cut it in half, sit by the water, or watching the water, or overlooking the water, and enjoy a sweet ice cold watermelon. I'm getting soft. Well, but that's after 2 beers, so, you know, give me some credit. Check this out. Cold steel. I have this knife for over 10 years. Freaking beast. Okay, something horrific just happened. I don't even know if I should tell everyone that on a video. That's gonna cause a complete uproar in the community. So, you saw me cutting the watermelon in half. I ate one half, ate the other half, and then this horrific feeling came over me. And this horrendous thought got into my head that eating the watermelon was more enjoyable than drinking the 2 beers prior. I can't believe I said it. This is destroying a belief system that I had for decades. My outlook on life is changed now. I am completely confused. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure that I may not survive the night here. Maybe there's one possible light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe if I drink the other 2 beers that I have, it's gonna change something, but I'm not sure. I don't know. This is a disaster. I don't know if anybody else faced something like this, but this is not easy. It's not easy. All right, I had a few minutes to think about this very confusing experience, and the more I think about it, the more I come to the same conclusion. It's very possible that I'm becoming a wuss. Yes, I said it. I know you would want to refuse to believe it, but enjoying a nice, cold, sweet, juicy watermelon over an ice cold beer, that's the only explanation that I can come up with. Unless maybe on the way here I drove through a wormhole and now I am in a parallel universe that everything is the opposite. These are the only 2 explanations I can come up with. It's very disturbing. Very disturbing. All right, everything is all set up. Tent is up. The wind has died down a little bit. I'm sure it's going to start again. Just a little tip: if you camp in wind and you have a rooftop tent, see what I do? I hook up with the ratchet strap the flap here to the wheel. This way it doesn't move if it's windy. I have a bad experience with that. Right here in Indian Valley, the whole thing went up at night. So now it doesn't do that anymore. But anyway, I'll sit outside a little bit until it gets dark, and then I'm gonna head up to my penthouse, watch a couple of movies, and I will see you tomorrow morning.